N is for making bowls of cereal to eat. I is for ice cream, chilled, cold, and sweet. L is lots and lots of yogurt feasts. K is for keeping healthy with dairy treats. Milk has all of this to offer, you see. Milk is processed for you and me.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Clark Family Dairy Virtual Chat. I am Brittany with Discover Dairy, and we are so excited that you are joining us today. We are going to have so much fun. We've got Farmer Carlee and Farmer Ethan on standby. We've got all of you checking in and already some questions rolling in, which is awesome. And we have two of the cutest calves, Purdy and Pepper, ready for their close-up. This event is part of the Adopt a Cow program. More than 48,000 classes and 2.1 million students all joined the fun for free this year, thanks to our incredible supporters like Dairy West and the Dairy Excellence Foundation. Now, I know many of you are already excited for next year, so mark your calendars because starting May 1st, this Friday, you can log in and re-enroll for next year's fun. Simply go to discoverdairy.com/adopt when registration opens up this Friday, and you can rejoin next year. And we'd love for you to invite new friends to tag along with you this year. And because this event is live, we want to hear from you. So go ahead and drop those questions and comments in that chat. I will be watching that chat. We are so excited to fill it with energy, with questions, and just lots of love for Farmer Carlee and Farmer Ethan. Speaking of that chat, let's see who's joining us today. So, one of the first classes, sliding all the way back up to the top. Let's see, we have some folks joining from Mullen, Idaho. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Sykes, for joining us today. We're excited to have you. We have some Miss Dietrich from Idaho. We've got first graders. Hey, first graders, thanks so much for joining us today. We've got some folks joining us from Eagle, Idaho. Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, we have some first graders from Colorado. Hey, first graders, thank you so much for hopping on today. How about some second graders from Central Utah? Hi, second graders. Thank you so much for joining us. I love that we are all over the country today. Let's see, we've got from some fourth graders from Eagleside Elementary in Fountain, Colorado. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much, fourth graders, for hopping on today. And let's see, we've got some folks from Sandy, Utah. A lab-based preschool class run by the high schoolers. Hey, very cool. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. We're excited to have you all. Let's do a couple more here. We've got some folks from Colorado who adopted Purdy, and they're very excited to hang out with us today. We're excited to hang out with you too. Hello and welcome. Got some folks here from South Jordan, Utah. Hello. And how about some kindergartners in Greeley, Colorado? Hey, kindergartners, thanks so much for joining us today. We're excited to make sure we try to give as many of you shout outs as possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you for letting us know where you're tuning in from. We are so excited to have you today. And I know Farmer Ethan and Farmer Carlee are excited to hear from you too. Speaking of Farmer Ethan and Farmer Carlee, let's check in on them. Hey guys, how are we doing today?
Hey, Brittany, we are so excited to be on the call today. Welcome to our farm and it being a good day today. We've had snow yesterday, lots of rain, We also have our little guest, our son Hutch, so he'll be joining our call today
Hi,
as
Hutch.
well.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we are so excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for making time for us and just giving us a chance to virtually step onto your farm for a few short minutes. And of course, getting to see our calves. So I will let you guys introduce yourself and just talk a little bit about who you are and who is Clark Family Dairy. So I'll let you take it away.
Perfect. I'm Carlee. I am married to Ethan. He's the real farmer. I'm just his little support system, and I bring him meals. But I would say my role on the farm is I take the lead in this adopt a calf program, and we've loved it so much. We also have two little kids, so we'll come down. We'll help feed baby calves, usually on Sundays together as a family. I don't have a big role here. He's really the superstar when it comes to the farm, so I'll let him share all that he does.
Awesome. So yeah, Farmer Ethan, she's downplaying it a little bit, right? Like you got to eat. If you don't have food, you can't do your job. So she's got a very important role too.
That's right. Yeah. Without her, I wouldn't be here. So, but
Love
I
it.
do some other things around here as well. During the summer, I do a lot of the field work, keep our crops green and looking good for the year. And I also focus a lot on taking care of the animals at the farm, whether it's the calves that you see behind us or the adult cows. I help with all of it. And any odds and ends that come up too, usually I'm the one that has to take care of those. If something breaks down, we have to fix it ourselves. So
Oh man.
anyway,
Yeah. Right? You got to have many, many hats when you're a dairy farmer, right? And doing all kinds of
that's
different
right.
things, whether it's caring for cows, the land, Mr. Fix It, or and also of course being a husband and a dad, which is of course the rewarding part, right? That's awesome.
That's right. Yeah. So
Very
we
cool.
we do a little bit of everything, and Carlee just helped us out and saved one of our escape adopted calves. So
Oh
we all do a little
no.
bit.
Oh no. Something
But
tells me I know who that is, and I know Farmer Carly is gonna update us on one of them who likes to be an escape artist. So we'll have to see if anyone can guess who that is. But so Farmer Ethan, before we jump over to Purdy and Pepper, remind us how many cows do you guys milk at Clark Family Dairy, and how many cows total do you have on the farm?
yeah, so we milk approximately 400 cows every night and morning, and total animals on the farm is around 8 to 900 area, from the
Wow.
baby calves all the way up to the mom cows. So we have about that many cows that we have to feed and take care of every day, even
Yeah.
though we aren't milking all of them. Some of them are
No.
just getting prepared to become the milk cows one day.
Sure.
So,
Oh my goodness. So that's certainly, right, a lot of animals to keep track of all year long. So I'm curious, and every day. And so first of all, how many people do you have on the farm that help you take care of these cows?
yeah, so right now we have 4 full-time guys plus me and my dad. So it's 6 total full-time guys who are milking, feeding, and caring for sick animals and just everything in between, fixing stuff.
Mhm.
So it keeps a team of people pretty busy to take care of this many cows.
Yeah, I would say. So still, a great team, but I am curious, that's still not like a one-to-one ratio or anything like that for the cows. So what kind of technology or systems do you have in place at the farm to help you actually keep eyes on all those animals?
Yeah, so every adult, well, the most basic one we have is each cow has a tag and a number associated with
Mm.
themselves. So
Mhm.
we can keep track of them by numbers. And if we see a cow that looks a little bit sick, we can remember the number and go get medicine and bring it back to that specific calf. But our
Wow.
adult cows, we actually have some technology we use. It's almost like a Fitbit for cows. It keeps track of
What?
how many steps they take per day. It keeps track of how long they lay down every day. And from that, it connects to our computer. And if there's anything that, like, they don't take as many steps during a day or they don't lay down as much, it can tell us if they're not feeling well, or
Hmm.
um, just other things like that related to health. So
Yeah.
that's one really cool technology tool we have to help. care for our cows.
Wow, and I thought I was like on it, right, wearing my Fitbit, but you have it for cows, which just like blows that out of the water. So does it kind of do what it does for me? I know every now and then it'll be like, excuse me, Brittany, it's time to stand up. So it kind of does the same thing, right? It's giving you a little nudge that that cow hasn't stood up for a while. Lets you know to go check on them.
Yep. Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness. That is so cool. I love, the dairy industry has just changed so much. It does every year, but certainly in the last 50 years, we've just seen technology really change the way we're able to farm and care for our cows. So I love that you're embracing that, and it really helps you just be better dairymen and care for those cows. So I love that. Looks like Farmer Carlee has made it back and rescued our adopted calves. So speaking of those adopted calves, let's see if we can go over and visit with them and get an introduction on how they're doing.
Yeah, let's start with Pepper. Many of you guys who have Pepper, you guys know she is a little escape artist. She has escaped probably 4 times this whole program. And even just this morning, we were getting her ready to get haltered up right here so you guys could see her. And she escaped, got all over the farm. You could tell she's a little bit muddy because of that. She was out on an adventure.
Oh my goodness.
But just barely, she was rubbed off on Purdy because that was Purdy who just escaped. So she's been like telling the tricks to Purdy. I think Purdy's never done that, but now she's on the dark side. Pepper's done that. But yeah, Pepper, she's definitely strong-willed. As you guys know, some of you guys came and met her this year. She's strong-willed. She's a little stubborn, but she's a good calf. Right now, we're guessing she weighs around 540 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, she's grown a lot, you guys. You guys remember how when she was so tiny and in the little calf barn when you guys first met her, and now she's so big. This cow is loving her right now. Look at her. She's just like, oh, a friend.
She's getting a bath.
Yeah. But most of the time, Pepper, she kind of likes to be in the background of things. She doesn't want to be front and center. Even right now when we're trying to get the camera on her, look at her. She's like, she doesn't want to be the attention. She just wants to be kind of in the shadows. So I know some of you students, you guys came and met her this year, and you guys could definitely testify to that because she would always hide clear in the back. She wouldn't ever want to come up. So that's Pepper.
Oh my gosh. So 540 pounds. I just want to recap on that real quick for anyone that's charting it on their growth charts. That's that's almost 100 pounds more than the last time we touched base, but that's pretty normal at this age, right? Like they really start to put on a lot of weight at this age as they eat higher protein meals. Is that right, Farmer Carlee?
Yeah, that's right. And her diet definitely has changed compared to, when she was first just a newborn little baby, just having a couple bottles a day to now you guys can see up close the feed that they're having now, which is a combination of like hay and some corn. And you guys can see that. Oh, and this, anyways.
You're going to be a snack today, not only the food, but so are you. Oh my goodness. Pepper, she has certainly entertained us. We had quite a few people that were like, what's the naughtiest thing she's done? And has she escaped again? So, sounds like she's just keeping up to her name and just kind of keeps escaping.
The naughtiest thing Pepper has done is she wanted to be on the naughty list for Christmas. I was trying to take a picture of her in December, and she busted through her pen and started running down, causing a big ruckus. All the other calves were like, whoa, is it a party? And anyways, I had to block her in. I had to call Ethan and say, please come help me. Pepper's escaped. So it's like she wanted to be on the naughty list because she did that. And then,
oh my goodness.
But that's she's just a little spicy, and that's okay. We still love her.
I love it. Yep. Hey, yep. So for anyone that adopted Pepper, we have one with a lot of energy and a lot of excitement, and good luck to you guys once she becomes a milk cow, because she's going to be fun in the milking parlor, I have a feeling.
Yes, seriously.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Pepper, for attempting to stand still with us for a little bit here. I promise we'll only keep you until 10 o'clock. But let's see if we can get a little preview of Purdy now that she decided to go on a little escape route here with us. But yeah, let's check out Purdy. How's Purdy doing?
So Purdy's doing great. She is growing really well. I think she's like 530 pounds
Wow.
approximately.
Mhm.
And she has just been a great calf. She's a lot more friendly than Pepper. She will a lot of times just walk up to you and be more friendly and social than Pepper for
Aw.
sure. But um, she's growing great, and she's she's just a really good cow. I don't know what else to
Yeah.
say about her.
Aw,
Well,
I love that.
you can see the different temperament. This morning we had our son Hutch, who's not even 2 years old. Or Purdy let him get on her and kind of ride her a little bit. She's a lot
Aw.
more calm, a lot more friendly. Although Pepper is rubbing off on her because you guys, she did just escape. So let's hope that's just a one and done. She got it out of her system
Right.
and she's content now.
Oh my goodness. Too funny. I think that they're just keeping it alive. They just knew, hey, today's our day to shine and we are going to shine for you. So that was their goal. Goodness. So it has been so much fun learning about them this year and watching them grow. I can't believe they're right around 530 and 540 pounds. That's just incredible. So, but I know, right? They started out much smaller. They're already over 500 pounds, but they're going to get pretty big yet this year. What's the average, like, full grown size of a cow?
Yeah, on our farm, the average full-grown cow is about 1,600 pounds. So
Wow.
it's gonna be like triple what she is right now, at
Yeah.
least a little bit
My
more.
my goodness. And so at what age is typically full grown?
I think technically like full grown, some people say 4 or 5 year area,
Okay.
and but she'll be pretty close once she's about 2 to 3 years old. She'll be pretty close to that full grown size. Just a
Wow.
little bit more growing she has to do. And right now you can see what our full grown cows look like.
Yeah.
And that right there, those cows, they've already been milked today, and their food is going to be coming by in just about 20 minutes for the day. So
Oh.
they're kind of standing there waiting to get
They
their
know.
breakfast. Yep.
Oh man. So what do our grown cows eat? What's their diet like?
So their diet, we actually hire a nutritionist for our farm to make a complete meal for these cows. So they get a combination of hay, corn silage, a little bit of corn, even some uh, cottonseed, some canola, and even this stuff called beet pulp, which is
Oh,
kind of the leftovers from sugar beets that they produce in Idaho. So we can get
cool.
that here at a good price, and we feed that to them as well.
Well,
And
So
that
their
sounds
diet
so
is
cool.
super important. Just like our diets are, whatever you feed your body's gonna react to that. And so dairy cows are actually pretty spoiled cows. They have a really good mix. Like Ethan said, we have a nutritionist because we want them to eat really well so they're healthy and they produce milk. So
Yeah.
they're kind of spoiled, but we need them to be so they keep producing milk.
Sure, right? Yeah. The slogan is true, right? Happy cows make milk. And so the happier they are, the more relaxed they are, the more milk they'll make and that just means a more successful farm. So, yeah, absolutely. So you work with a nutritionist to make all of their delicious foods. And I just want to go back 1 second to that beet pulp to just help understand, right? So that sounds like something called like a byproduct or a food that a food source that we as humans, right, we made something from it, but then there was leftover that would have normally been thrown away. Is that right? And then it was actually used as a food source for the cows that they can actually eat and turn it into energy.
yeah, correct. Yeah, so it because like I said, sugar beets make sugar for humans, and
Yeah.
then they have some leftover parts of the plant, and we're able to feed that to cows, and it's a really good source of fiber for the cows, and
Wow.
it really helps them be healthier and have a healthier stomach. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of foods in the world actually that humans can't eat, but cows can, and they can digest it really well. They have a very different digestive system than
Hmm.
you and me. And then they turn that food into milk for us, which is a super healthy, nutritious
Yeah.
uh, drink and food for us. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're turning our waste into something delicious, which I think is just it makes them the ultimate upcyclers, right? Like they are helping us change the world one chomp at a time because they're taking all our waste, our food waste, some of our food waste that they can actually eat and turn it into something delicious. I just think it's so
yeah,
unique that cows can do
it
that. I
is.
love that. Awesome.
It is.
So let's see. While we've been chatting here, many questions have been coming in and lots of love for both of our girls here. So we're going to see if we can try and get to some of these questions that people have. So let's see. So a question from our Carly, we were actually talking about this before the call. They were curious, how can we get milk from Clark Family Dairy? So where does the milk go after it leaves your farm?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's really cool. Milk stays really local. And so I want all of you guys, when you guys go home, you could look on your milk jug. There's a 4-digit code. It'll say 2 digits dash 2 digits. And you could go on the website, where does my milk come from? I think it's .com, where does my milk come from.com. And you'll type in those 4 numbers and it will show you the path of where that milk was how did it get to your house. And
Wow.
so if you look it up, and if you live close to where we are at, which we're kind of in northern Utah,
Mhm.
the code that we typically will see that where our milk goes to will be 49-07. 4907. Our milk goes usually right to Ogden, sometimes up to Logan. But that's a really cool resource. So when you guys get home, look at your little milk jugs. You can see where that goes from. But also, our milk goes to brands like Meadow Gold, Kroger. If you shop at Smith's, sometimes it will go to like Chobani.
Ooh.
I'm losing some of the other brands
Love
right
me
now in
some
my brain.
Chobani.
Yeah. So anytime that you're eating, especially like a Meadow Gold product, there's a really good chance that you're having milk that came from our farm.
That is really cool. Thank you so much for sharing that, Carly. And I really hope some of you take a chance to go try out the website and check it out. I know we encourage that too. Sure, right? In every state, I think I'm all the way in Pennsylvania, but we always encourage folks to choose local if you can, and support your local farmers. So I encourage you to do the same thing, right? Look for those plant codes that are coming from your local farm, and that probably means you're supporting directly from Farmer Carly and Farmer Ethan. So how cool is that? Awesome. So speaking of the milk, I know we kind of jumped to the end of the process, right? But we're curious, when will Pepper start producing milk?
Yeah, so Pepper will start producing milk around 2 years old. So she has to have her first calf, and that's usually about the age cows are when they have their first baby. And then from there, we will start milking her, and she'll be milked for about 1 year, and then she'll have a 2 month break approximately, and then it's kind of like the natural life cycle of wild animals in the wild, how they have a baby once a year. Cows are the same. So every year she'll have a baby and have a 2 month break at some point whenever she happens to have her baby, and then
Mhm.
we will just continue on for the rest of her life.
Hmm. That's cool. So it sounds like she has a calf around 2 years old, and then she joins the milking herd, and then she'll be milking for a while. Then she'll go on a break, you mentioned. So I think that's interesting, right? As humans, we're used to being pregnant, having our baby, and then going on maternity leave. But it almost sounds like, right, our cows get their maternity leave before they have their baby. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, like I said, they get about 2 months to give them
Yeah,
just a nice break period, and then that helps them be healthier as they go into having their next calf and their
sure.
next milking lactation.
Yeah, awesome.
So
Perfect. Yeah, thanks for explaining that. That's awesome. Let's see. So we are curious, what is the average lifespan of a cow?
I would say average on our farm is about 6 to 8 years old.
Okay.
And then, but we have had some, I think our oldest one we've ever had was 15 years old once. So she is a
Wow.
pretty old one, but the
Oh my
average is
goodness.
6 to 8 area.
Yeah, sure.
It
And
could,
that certainly makes sense for the average. I know one cow year is about equivalent to 10 human years. So, just like humans, every life expectancy is a little bit different. So 60 to 80 years old, that's a good long life for our beautiful girls. But 15, man, she's defying the odds. That is pretty impressive. And certainly shows, right, just the longevity and the care that you provide on the farm. It just gives them that amazing opportunity to live a really long and healthy life on your farm. So I love that. Very cool.
yeah.
Let's see. We had a comment here. A class just wanted to let you know they started calling Pepper Houdini just because of her wonderful escape plans. So just wanted to let you know that she has a nickname now in some schools. Let's see. Looking for some more here. So we're curious. Where are they currently living now, and what will it be like where the next place that they move? Like, they're always in a barn? Do they have pasture? What does that look like?
Yeah.
So this is where they're currently at right now. We kind of have them separated into ages. So right here, you can see this is Purdy next to these younger calves. So this
Mhm.
first pen is younger than her, and then we kind of have the teenage crowd, which is where Pepper and Purdy's at, and then if you look down at the further end, this is where even older calves are at. Um, so they're in an open area right now. You can see they're laying back in their fresh straw. We provide them fresh straw so they have a clean area to rest. They also love to play in it. I don't know if you guys remember the video I sent earlier this year where, when we're bedding them their new beds, they get so excited. They're like little puppies running in here. They start kicking. And so, yeah, they'll just be in this area until they transition over, which Ethan can explain that a little bit better.
Yeah. And also right now, we have had rain like the last 3 days. So you'll notice the cows are a little bit muddier. It's really hard in the springtime when it's not freezing cold and keeping the mud at bay. But it's
Mhm.
been raining and we really need it because we're in a drought. But
Yeah.
so the pens are a little muddy right now. We do clean them and give them fresh straw. And then someone asked if like they have access to pasture. This larger pen actually they have access to a big grass pasture, and then they just come in here and eat when we feed them.
Gotcha.
So they do have access to that, and um, but yeah, we
Yeah.
just separate them by age groups so that the big ones don't bully the small ones, pretty
Sure.
much.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, we wouldn't put a kindergartner in with a class of 10th graders. It's the same concept. So you want to keep them with their ages and they move with the same group, just like a class would move from first to second to third grade. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome. Perfect. So we have a question, and both of you can answer. My guess is maybe you both have your own answer. We're curious, do you have a favorite cow or calf on the farm? Any super, fun-loving ones?
Yeah, so I can answer first, uh, and it might be the same answer for both of us. But we have this cow that we call her Black Panda because she's entirely a black cow, but she's just
Oh,
super gentle, like a panda bear we would expect to be. And she just comes up
oh,
and she'll just lean against you and just rub her neck on you, her head. And I think sometimes she forgets that we're humans and we're a lot smaller than her because sometimes she really rubs hard and almost knocks you over. But she is a super gentle cow. We can set our kids on top of her and she'll just stand there for a picture. And so
oh.
she's probably the farm favorite cow.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love
I would
that.
also echo Black Panda because she really is so sweet. And when she's in the milk barn, she'll like stick her head out like, "Did you see that I'm here? Did you
Oh.
see that I'm here?" And she's really sweet. She's had a few babies too, and one of her babies I haven't kept up with a lot, but Black Mamba is her name, and also very nice. She's just a really nice cow. So
Oh,
I would definitely say her as well. Pepper and
yeah.
Purdy are great, but Black Panda is just up there
There's
for
something
me.
special. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is really something, just like humans, right? Every cow has their own little personality. And it
100%.
does always tend to be one or two that kind of just becomes more of a people lover and they're going to steal your heart. I totally get it. I know growing up, we would always have one cow that would sneak into the parlor first because she knew she'd get a cookie if she was the first one in, and we would feed her as students, and that was just what we did. So,
I love
cows
that.
aren't dumb. They definitely will
Yeah.
love up on us. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Let's see. We had a good question here. How do cows? I know we talked a little bit about the bedding, but we're curious. How do we keep cows clean? Like, do we give them a bath, or what does that look like?
Yeah, so we just keep their pen dry as we can
Sure.
through the year, and they actually keep themselves pretty clean. I don't
Hmm.
know if they mainly lick each other or themselves, but
Yeah.
they seem to kind of just take care of themselves. We don't necessarily bathe any of our cows,
Sure.
but we have in the past when we had show cows, but we don't do that anymore. So they
Gotcha.
just take care of themselves.
Gotcha. Gotta love that, right? And I will say, we've got a cow behind you who is trying to help our adopted calf escaped. She keeps trying to reach for the halter. So I'm just warning you in case something happens. She keeps trying to reach for it with her tongue. So she's helping in the escape.
I think that's what happened with Pepper earlier today when she got out, because
Right.
there's these 3 cows over here trying to be. It's like they're making a plan, and they
Right?
stuck with her this whole morning, and they
Oh
see, there
man.
it goes. And Pepper's just not gonna look at us. She's like, "Yeah, you know what I'm trying to do, but I'm
Right?
not gonna look at you."
Hey guys, just help me cause some trouble.
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness, too funny. So we're already getting so close to our half hour. I can't believe it. We had a really great question come in here that we're curious. What's your favorite job on the farms? What's like, what fills your cup while you're farming?
I'll go first. My favorite job. So we grow a lot of crops, like Ethan mentioned earlier, and he spends all summer long babying the crops, making sure they're watered well, and we take care of them. And in the fall, that's when our corn is grown up super tall and it's ready to harvest it. And it's called the corn chop. And we'll go through with a piece of equipment called a corn chopper, and it'll chop down the corn and turn it into corn silage for our cows to feed all year long. And it's just so fun. We'll usually go as our whole family. We have 2 little kids, and we'll all load up in the corn chop together, and it's just a really fun time. It's cool to see like something that you worked really hard for, mostly Ethan has worked really hard for, grow and develop, and then just to see that afterward. We fill up, you can't see it from here, but we have a big corn silage area, and at the end of the corn chop, that's full again for the next year, and it's just really awesome. So that's my favorite,
Wow. Yeah,
probably.
I love that. Yeah, and how about you, Farmer Ethan?
I would say my favorite. I do really like the corn chop, but I also like cutting hay in the field. It just
Mm,
smells so fresh, and it's also a good feeling to see that you're able to harvest something and just feel accomplished about it. But the
yeah.
smell of it just always is great.
Yeah, right. It's a smell of, it not only is the smell great, but I think it's a positive feeling that it's triggering, right? You raised a good crop, you're getting a good crop to feed your cows, and there's just a lot of positivity around that harvest time. I totally get it. And I'm sure maybe I don't know if you have people that live near you, but I'm sure they can smell it when that time comes too, maybe when you're chopping. It's a smell like no other. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Farmer Ethan and Farmer Carlee. I do want to wrap up today with just one more question. We're kind of gearing up for it with our favorite thing, but I'd love to know what's your why, right? So we've talked about how you guys work day in and day out to care for these cows. And Carlee, I know you keep saying you're not on the farm, but you keep it going by keeping Ethan and the kids going. So you both have such an important role to the industry and to your farm. So I'm curious, what's your why behind doing this every day?
Yeah, I can go first. And I just want to say thank you to all the teachers too that implemented this program into you guys' classroom. I think this is changing your students' lives and perspective. Honestly, I my why is just I love meeting new people. Like, this program has given me the opportunity to meet new people to come down to our farm. But also just the education around agriculture. It's something that is honestly kind of disappearing. Not a lot of people have the opportunities to be around farms or even know where your food comes from. And so that kind of keeps me, that fuels a fire for me. I want my
Yeah.
kids to know where their food comes from. I want other kids to know too. And so, um, yeah, I just think it's a really cool thing to say that we have a farm. And yeah,
Yeah.
even
I
though
love
it is a lot of hard work,
that.
it's really cool.
Yeah, I love that. How about you, Ethan?
Yeah, I would say my why. It's not like a real simple one word answer or anything, but I love working with animals and helping animals live like the best life they can and reach their full potential in a way. It might sound funny, but I
Yeah.
just really enjoy seeing animals perform well. And I also love the fact that I get to raise my family on a farm, and my kids get to grow up and see where their food comes from and learn the value of hard work, because I'm going to put them to work, that's for sure.
Right.
And they, that's just, there's a lot of things to it, but I'd say those are some of the main points that why
Yeah.
I love this and value this in my life.
Yeah,
So
right, exactly like what you said. I mean, of course, we're in it for our family, and that opportunity to be raised on a farm. I know, speaking from experience, being raised on a farm is something you just can't describe until you've had a chance to do it. So I think it's really admirable that you guys work so hard to provide that opportunity for the next generation. But then, Ethan, you said it. You get to provide and feed the world, which is another just beautiful thing that so few people get to say they do. And you get to feed us a product that is. Honestly, low cost and high quality, and it's something that we all need in our diets. And it's just really beautiful what you're able to do by providing such a great care for your cows. So I really just want to say a huge thank you to both of you for everything that you do, caring for not only Purdy and Pepper, but the entire herd, and providing such an amazing product like ice cream and cheese and all that good stuff for us to enjoy. Is there anything else that you want to share before we tune off today?
not that I can think of.
Well, I'll just end what I always ended. Can you guys write us some letters, which we love getting? Thank
Aw,
you, everyone. Shout out to everyone who's ever wrote us a letter, send us pictures, drawings.
yeah,
It's so sweet of you guys. Just remember to keep drinking your milk. And if you guys ever see a farmer, say thank you for feeding us today, because they
yeah.
work really hard. So thank you guys for everything you guys do. And especially thank you for the teachers for incorporating this program.
Yeah, wow. This has been an amazing visit today, and truly huge thank you to you, Carlee and Ethan, for opening your barn doors and letting us step in and get to see Purdy and Pepper. And I echo what you just said, Carlee, right? Thank you all for joining us today. Our classrooms, our teachers, our students. I know we have libraries and assisted living centers and homeschool groups. Just there's so many of you who have joined us today. So truly thank you for choosing agriculture in the classroom and with your group, and wanting to invest time in learning, what our farmers do to feed the world. We hope you had fun learning about life on a farm and your calves. Don't forget, if you want to enjoy this experience again next year, enrollment and registration does open this Friday, May 1st, for next year's program. We'll start again in the fall with new calves and some returning farms and some new farms. So we're excited for everything to start up again in the fall. May 1st, discoverdairy.com/adopt. We'd welcome you back, and we would love to have your friends join us too. From all of us at Discover Dairy and the college and everyone here at Clark Family Dairy, thank you so much for spending your morning with us. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep learning, keep exploring. We hope to see you again soon. Bye, everybody.